Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Just finished up lunch. And I finished up that field over there. So let's head on over there and check everything out. Now I went ahead and harvested up the barley, and we have let's go ahead and look at that. We've got 23,000 liters of barley. Price is going down, so it's really good that we kept it. So we got that. We do have 13,000 liters of wood chips that I could sell, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep them for now because I'm thinking of taking the plunge and again trying a chipper. But I'm really going to be shopping around for it, kind of figure out what chipper I really want. And once I have one, I think we'll, I mean, 13,000 isn't nearly enough to really matter. So we're not going to worry about that. So I've got the field all ready to go there, and the tractor is ready to bale that all up. And other field over here, and then we have the stack of bales that we got from the wheat. And this field is complete as well. So we have an entire field. We're going to have to plow it. But first, as I said last time, we're going to need to cut it and turn it into hay, because having all that hay on hand, I think, is just going to be a good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and start the baling. Whoa. Really got to get some weight on that back axle. This truck is just not what I'm used to. All right, let's get this guy going here. All right. Get that unfolded. Lowered. Turned on. All right. Now we get four-ish. Four? Yeah, I think we get four bales on that field and 3 bales on this field, give or take, with the wheat. That doesn't include when I clean out. When I clean out, I get another 2 bales or so. So it's a pretty good amount in terms of bales. And eventually, we can either sell them and make ourselves a hefty little profit there, or we might get some animals, and then we would need the bales for the animals. I'm leaning towards animals because that would be a good addition, I think, to the farm. My only concern, of course, is the fields that I have, that town council said, hey, you can take these fields and raise animals in them and all that. They're a good distance away from the farm itself. So it makes me think I'm going to need to plan to have equipment closer to those fields so that I don't have to travel really far in order to take care of the animals. And I don't like that idea. It makes me feel like I got wasted equipment. Just kind of, wasting time while I've got, 2 very functional tractors. I'm thinking I might need to pick up a 3rd tractor just as a matter of course, because over time I'm going to need more equipment. So if I see a good deal on a tractor, I might pick another one up. But right now, I don't see a good reason to go getting all the equipment and parking it out by the animals. At the same time, sort of makes sense, I guess. Go, one nice bit of bale there. All right. Now I get this field taken care of. And then we have to mow, and then we have to get the windrower, of course. But now you can see it there. Put the mowing deck on the front of that tractor, and I put the tedder on the back of the tractor. And I think that I can get away with mowing and windrowing in one shot. And if I can, then we have efficiency. I, for one, love efficiency. The more efficient you are at doing something, well, usually the better things happen. And sometimes it's just purely luck of the draw for something amazing to happen to change your whole life. So I got the call that I needed to take a load, and boy, did it turn out to be a load. It was 75 tons of Cold War missile launching power. A museum in Brussels, the military museum in Brussels had picked this thing up, and it ended up in our shipyard, and we had to move it. My boss's company had to move it. But it came at the worst possible time. We had 2 trucks that were broken down. We had most of our drivers out on the road, and the drivers that weren't on the road had run out of time. My boss couldn't drive because his time was up, and we needed to deliver it now. So my boss called me at home, the apartment, and was like, I need you to do this. This is super difficult, and you're not going to have any pilot vehicles because we don't have a pilot vehicle, and it's just on the verge of needing one. So here I am driving a super long 75-ton load with a truck that didn't really have the power to do it. Oh, it was just getting out of the yard was difficult enough, and then immediately having to make the sharp right turn around the back of the yard, and I was just sweating bullets the whole time. I mean, scratching it, they probably wouldn't have even known if I'd scratched the load, honestly, because it needed some restoration work. But I'm driving down the road with a missile launcher on the back of my truck. People were looking at me. It was just crazy. But it was also a time, it was a moment that I could prove myself. My boss, he jumped in his personal car. He didn't tell me, but he had jumped in his personal car, and he was following. So he was kind of watching what I was doing. He had his amber lights if he needed the pilot card for some reason. He had it, but he never told me he was with me. So he was following without me knowing it. And this turned out to be really good for me, and specifically because of some decisions I made. The first big decision I made, this load was too heavy, too big, and too tough to stop fast with to go all the way up to 90 kilometers an hour. So I decided on the motorway, I wouldn't do more than 80 kilometers an hour, if that even. I hit the cruise control at 79, and that's what I went with. I didn't know that my boss was behind me, but afterward he told me that was the smartest thing I could have done, because that, he said, showed I had maturity driving the truck, and that he could trust me doing some really difficult drives. Then we got into Brussels. Nobody told me about the location I had to put this load into. And I was floored when I saw that this wasn't just going to be a straight pull-in job. No. I was going to have to maneuver this thing in around behind another building. Unbelievable. And this thing is way longer than anything I'd ever driven before. I mean, I usually was doing fourth gear starts in the trucks, but I was having to do first gear in this truck just to get this load moving. When I started pulling into the yard, faces in all the office windows, unbelievable. All these people, they were just like looking at this huge missile launcher pulling into their yard. I was lucky. There was a couple other truckers there, and they actually got out of their trucks and they helped me back the load in, because it was so long and so tight of a situation that having those extra eyes was great. And as soon as I finished parking it, I got out of the truck and I said, "You guys, we're going to coffee right now. I'm buying you some coffee." And my boss walked up and goes, "No, I'm buying the coffee and you're now one of my lead drivers." And I was like, "Wait, what?" But all because I was willing to take a 75-ton missile launcher from Luxembourg to Brussels. Completely changed the arc of my life, I believe, anyway. And now I'm farming, from driving 75-ton missile launchers to farming. Crazy. Now, of course, some would say that that wasn't life-changing, but to me it was. All right, let's clean this guy out. You're not going to come out either, huh? Okay. All right. Let's put this guy over here. Just park it there for now. Let's get this guy going. Now, I think we can. Now, we'll be going over the same area repeatedly with this, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. Turn that on. Insufficient power. Oh, we don't have enough power on this tractor. Okay. All right, I should have guessed that. This guy's pretty bare bones. So we can do one of the things, but not both. Okay. Then let's get him out of the way then. Guess you're just a transporting tractor then. Oh well. Back to this one. This one will have more than enough power for this job. Go. Go. All right. So, lower that. Lower that. On. And away we go. Nice. So now, we are making ourselves some hay. We got the windrower standing by. We'll have to get it out eventually. Bring it over here. I'm just going to kind of mow my way around, kind of draw myself an idea of the field I'm going to create. And then I've got a lot of mowing to do. It's a pretty big field. Now, I could go buy a bigger, the bigger mower, because there's the wing mowers. I call them wing mowers. They're not really wing mowers, but I call them wing mowers. But they fold down. And of course, that would accelerate this process, because I'd be mowing more at a time. But I'd still have to go over it with the tedder. I'd still have to go over it with the windrower. So I don't know if I'm really gaining anything. In this case, I'm just going to go over it twice. Once with the tedder immediately after it gets cut, and once with the windrower to get it in line. Then pick it up and go. That's the theory anyway. That's the theory. So this is going to be another, it's going to be a lot of work. But, you know, it'll be worth it, I hope. I really hope. In my mind, it's going to be worth it. We'll find out in the end, I guess. Well, finally. Oof. All right, let's turn that one off. Make sure that's all done. There we go. Oop. Nope, I need that. There we go. So that field is now cut and tedded. Now we'll just have to go get the windrower. And I don't know why I would do that. I need to keep this. I just need to take this down and put it in the building and then get the windrower. I also really need the plow eventually because I'm going to have to plow that field, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Where is? There it is. I can't see diddly that way. There we go. Right there. Yep. Oop. Did I just knacker it up? Nope. Good. And then we'll just put this there for now. I do think I need to go get the hay trailer, or the bale trailer, I guess is what you'd call it. But I need to get that eventually so that I can move these bales, because I was going to take the bales off the side of the field there and store them in that building. We'll have to do that. We'll put it on the list of things that need to be done relatively soon. There's a lot of things on that list, I think. Unfold. How big are you going to be? You're going to be that big? Okay. Okay. I can jive with that. All right. There. So we'll just have to line all this hay up. And then we'll grab the baler, bale it all up, and then we'll have to get the bale trailer. Oh, we have to plow this field up. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. We might not do that anytime soon. I might just leave this field for a bit. But I do need to get rid of the grass. Oh, decision time, decision time. What do I need to do more? Probably need to plow this more than I need to move those bales. I can move those bales anytime, really. So it probably makes more sense to get this field plowed and at least start the plowing. Oof. Not my favorite. It has not become my favorite chore to plow. I do have the bigger plow though, so that'll be good. At least I can cut more in a single swath. I'll have to learn how to use it because I'm sure it's got a little learning curve to it. Oh, good grief. This is a big field. I didn't think it was going to be quite as big as it turned out to be. I mean, it's nothing like the fields in the US or Canada, but it's still a pretty darn big field. How did we miss that spot? Huh. Cut early there. There we go. I know if I moved more to the right, like that, I'd get more hay in one shot. Be wiser. Now we're baling up the hay. Yay! This field. I can see this field is going to be an interesting thing to get done. We'll have to clear off all of the bales, and then we can plow it. So I've decided I've got to do it. I've got to just go ahead and plow this field. I can't afford to let it all grow back. Well, I guess I could. I could let it all grow back, and then I could do the same thing I'm doing here all over again. I don't really want to do that. So, yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and plow this field up. So I'll get all these bales collected. Oh, that's a lot of bales. I could buy one of those auto bale picker-upper thingies. I mean, I do have the capital for that. It'd save us a little bit of time, but it's another piece of equipment sitting around on the farm that has to be run by this tractor, because I will bet you it requires a lot more horsepower than that little orange tractor has. Sort of the writing on the wall that orange tractor is not going to last very long. We might consider that. Might consider getting rid of the orange. No. We'll see. We'll have to see. We'll see how many bales we get off of this, and then we'll make a decision based on that, whether we go buy the auto picker for the bales or whether we just use the tractor and pick them all up. We'll see. All right, that's a lot of bales. Let's clean this guy out. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bales on this field. Whew, boy. Okay, 13 bales on the field. Plus what we have over here. Let's go look. Where is it? Baling tech. So it's this thing. 16 bales. No, I don't think I can justify it. Not when I can capably pick up these bales myself. So we're going to park this guy right here for now. And we'll run over to here. We have to go get the bale trailer and the forks for the bales. And then I'm going to go ahead and load up all the bales, clear them off the field, and then we'll grab the plow. And we'll work on plowing that field up. Alright, so we got all the hay off the field. Plenty of it. Plenty of it. It started kind of, well, the brakes on this Flygull are just, it's brand new, but whatever reason, the brakes are just not working when I park it. It just kind of slowly rolls down the field, so I was having some problems there. It's alright. We got it. We got it. That's the important thing. We got it. Alright, so now we just need the big old plow. Nice thing is I think I can even I can throw the straw up onto that trailer as well without a big problem. I think. Not 100% on that, but I think I can do that. Alright, now we got the big plow here. Obviously not the biggest one we could buy, but pretty darn big. Go ahead and put four-wheel drive and turn on the diff locks. Alright. Now let's unfold it. I gotta remember how I'm gonna do the plow. Let's see here. Can I rotate it? I can rotate it. Okay. This is a nicer plow. Okay. Now I'll probably do this backwards, but I find this to be easier for me. I think I want to do it this way. Yeah, I think I want to do it this way. Right about there. Give or take, I think so. Okay. Let's go. Cutting it with the big plow. Now I'm just gonna kind of swing with the plow. I'm not gonna bother to lift it up here because I kind of want to make this into an easily turned field here. Like that. Probably need to eventually take that tree out, but we'll leave it here for now. There we go. Nice. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just kind of wing our way around here. Wing? Yes. Not too worried about making a square field because in the end, it's very rare that I square off much. I'll probably come back with a small plow and take care of some of the corners, but maybe not. This might be one of those fields that works better just in a round instead of back and forth. We got a long plow ahead of us. Even with this big plow, it'll be a lot of work. And then we're going to come in. I gotta get the straw bales off the other fields, but we're going to come in. I'm going to run canola this next growth cycle and put up some canola in the silo. That way if we ever get a run on canola, we got it and we're ready to go. And then we'll probably look at I'm probably go back to barley. That's what I'll probably do. And the reason I got for that is, well, I don't have nearly as much barley as I got wheat. And then we'll probably go back to wheat and kind of in that cycle. And then I've been looking at field 30 there. And that is obviously the next field that we're going to look at clearing off. Probably going to go ahead and purchase it here just because we've got the money. And and I did talk to some guys in the next town over. And they had a scorpion and a buffalo, a big expensive harvesting equipment. They had it for rent. They're atrociously colored, but they had them for rent. So I talked to them and they said, yeah, anytime I want it, just give them a little bit of notice, and they ship it over to the store here because they got to do some disassembly and reassembly of it, and then I could just go ahead and use it. It's pretty expensive. It's about $5,000 an hour to run one of those. But it'll let me take down some of those tall trees really quickly. And that buffalo, it looks like it's a pretty good piece of kit. I am looking for another truck. Kind of looking around. I've got my eye on one, but I don't know when I'm going to get around to buying it. Hopefully soon. They might sell it up from underneath me, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But I got a field to plow here. You guys probably don't want to hang out here watching me plow. So while I plow, you guys can go and I think they have some sort of dating game over on the other channel. I don't know. You can go check out one of the other channels, I guess. Oh, the producer's going to kill me for that. Yes, I am going to kill you for that. Sorry. All right, well, until the next episode when we will have this field plowed. We will have completed plowing this field. And we will I have canola sown? I might have canola sown. Probably will. And hopefully I'll have those bales all put up in the shed. Well, I don't know about that. We'll see. Until then, y'all be safe out there.